Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tony. Thank you once again for stopping by. So I've gotten a few requests to do my brow routine. So it's been pretty much the same over the years. I don't have to do much, to be honest, because I already have naturally full brows, but I do like a certain shape and a certain size that I don't have, so then I will go in with a pencil and fill it in. And as you will see in the tutorial, I will clean it up with concealer, whatever the like. I do hope you enjoy this tutorial, and if you did enjoy it, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with someone who you know will enjoy this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next tutorial. Thank you guys again for stopping by. Here's my brow tutorial. Enjoy. Bye guys. So the first thing I do when I'm about to do my brows is I take a spoolie, which is this brush thing here. You can repurpose an old mascara brush if you don't own a spoolie, but spoolies are relatively cheap at the beauty supply store or even on Amazon. You can get the disposable spoolies if you want, or mascara brushes. This one's really old. I've had this one for 6 years now. It's from Makeup Forever, but I love it because there's a spoolie on one end right there, and then this angled bit here. So what I do first is, I already have quite a full eyebrow, but what I do is I like to shape them up or fill them in somewhat, because like right here is a bit sparse and here, so I just fill them in. So I just take my spoolie and I brush the hairs in place like this, and then I will take brow gel. It's brown because sometimes I comb up my brows like during the day when I have makeup on. So in an effort to keep them in place when I'm doing my brows, I will just take the brush and brush the hairs in place. Now this is brow gel. You can get this at any beauty supply store. I got this at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. And so yeah, so I brush them upwards like that, and then I'll take my hand and kind of do like that over top, like this. Right, now to fill in my brows, I will use a regular brow pencil. This one is from Wet n Wild, and it's the Kohl crayon pencil, and I believe it's dark brown. What is this? Simma brown now, apparently that's the color, but it's from Wet n Wild. And I get these from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So what I'll do is I'll make sure your pencil is sharp, by the way. So just sharpen your pencil. Now let me zoom in a bit here, like this. So sorry if you hear Jordan in the background. It's hard to record with toddlers, so I do apologize, guys. So basically, I take the pencil and I just draw a line like this right under the bottom, and then I go like this until I get to my desired point, which is right there. And then I'll go on top and I'll do the same thing and draw out a basic shape. So I'll do like this, like that. And then once I've done that and connected the ends, I'm gonna then take the same pencil, and I'm just gonna fill in right here, like this. Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. Now if you notice, I'm not going all the way here. That's because I don't want like my brows to look like square or blocky. That's because I'm gonna fade hair with the end of my spoolie, which is what you'll see. So I'm just gonna fill in, fill in, fill in. And then I'll just go back in with my spoolie brush just to make sure. And then I'll touch up anywhere that I think needs touching up. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now, because then you're gonna take the concealer and clean it up. But just fill it in like that. Now, when I get here, Some people like to do hair-like strokes. I just take my time and lightly fill that in. And then I'm gonna take my spoolie, like I said, and I'm just gonna brush. And because I'm using the spoolie, it's going to give me that ombre effect without me using too much product. So I'm gonna, sorry, I'm holding my spoolie like this because it's super old. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna brush, 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 brush. Not too rough, just enough. And then you see how it does the ombre effect so that I don't get that blocked line right here. It's nice and ombre. And I can always go back in and fill in if I've lost any product like this, right? So I'll do that. Now the next step that I like to do is to go in with concealer. Now under the bottom here where I have my brow bone, I typically prefer a shade lighter than me in terms of like my foundation shade, but it's really up to you because you're gonna buff it out anyway. So the brush I like to use is this flat brush here. Right? Some people like an angled flat brush, but it's totally up to you. I feel more comfortable with the flat brush here. So I'm gonna go into my LA Girl Pro Contour Cream palette, and I'm gonna take the lighter shade here, and I'm just going to put some product on my brush. And then once the brush is saturated, I will then go in and clean up. Also too, I find that the creamier the concealer, the more control you have over the product, as opposed to the creamier, the more liquid, you don't get much control. And so for me personally, it's difficult to work with, so I prefer a cream-based concealer for this. So then I like to start from here, and I just go like this, and I take my time.
The type of way, well, that's fantastic. Nothing.
Once I have the basic line that I want, I will take the same brush and I will just pull the line downward like this, just to blend it in more. So I'll just pull down, pull down, pull down like this, and I just keep pulling down until I'm satisfied. Right, now you can go ahead and take any brush you like and just buff that out. Buff out any harsh lines like this. And just clean that up, right? So now for the top, I'm going to go in with my actual foundation shade because I don't like a lighter shade on top. It's totally up to you what you want to do, but that's my preference. So I'm just going to take a darker shade, and I'm using this shade here. It's Bronze 7 from Mary Kay, and I'm just putting it on the back of my hand here. I'm just buffing it into the brush. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to hold it like this. And I'm going to start from here, from the inner part of my brow. And you can guesstimate this. It doesn't, you take your time with it because, I mean, you want it to be nice and neat. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to take my time and follow along the shape of my brow. You can go in one smooth stroke, or you can do like I do and just take your time and go along the arch like this. Voila. And then I'm just going to buff that out as well. If you feel like you need to clean it up some more, then by all means go right ahead and buff that out. Right? Taking that same brush earlier, and I'm just using that to buff it out. Just like that. Now another thing I like to do is taking that same darker shade and going back into the inner part of my brow bone and just like lining it like that so that the highlight's not that harsh, if you know what I mean. So like this. So I go back in like that, and then I blend. Blend, 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 blend. So that's it. Blend, 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 and then buff the top part out. And if you feel like in this entire process you've lost some of your brow pencil product, or if your point isn't as sharp enough, it's okay to go back in and sharpen up or do whatever you feel, and then just take your spoolie and brush and you're good to go. If you want to make it stay in place some more, you can go back in with your brow gel or clear mascara. It's gonna do the same thing, and brush those hairs in place, let it dry, and you're good to go. You can either leave your brows like this, or you can set here with some translucent setting powder and you'd be good to go. Just blend everything out, and that's how I achieve my brows.